Hey guys, couldn't tell you what the time is or the day. I think it's about 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm whispering because my mother-in-law is asleep in there. Susan arrived from Australia yesterday morning, which I'm really, really grateful for, because I thought I was doing okay and coping on my own, but actually I wasn't at all. I'm trying to hold it together way too much, worrying about Chelsea. Chelsea's worrying about me. Chelsea was able to let go a little bit yesterday and have a good cry. I was able to have a good cry and talk to Susan and try and make sense of this whole fucking mess. Not that anybody will ever make any sense of it. The doctors decided to take Harry for his MRI scan yesterday, so that's been done. It was a huge thing to do, to take somebody on a ventilator and put them through an MRI scanner. The testing on his brain was extensive, and the consultant here just said to me, we don't need to wait anymore. This isn't fair on you or anybody. I'm not quite sure how I feel about that, because I'm dreading the answer. I did see him briefly after they'd brought Harry back, and I don't know if I've told you as well, Harry had not last night, the night before, an episode with a really high temperature, shaking, shivering, really bad. They put him on antibiotics. They thought he had an infection. At one point they thought he had sepsis, and I thought I'd lost him, through the night. And that's where I then realised I couldn't do this on my own, because if something had happened, I don't think I could stand on my own, let alone cope on my own. So I'm really grateful that Susan's here with me. So today the radiologist and the neurologist will check Harry's brain scan. They'll have a look at it for me and come and talk to me at some point today to tell me our options. I know one of them is the worst case scenario, and the second option will be, what quality of life could Harry expect to have with this type of brain injury. I'm very fortunate that we don't have to make that decision. Harry already made it for himself. He knew exactly what he wanted in a situation like this. It's written in black and white, and I'm just putting it out there that at some point, if it's the worst case scenario, I have to give them that piece of paper, which I'm holding on to at the moment for dear life, because, well, I haven't got to give it to him. He's still here effectively, even if he's not really. So yeah. This is so hard. It's so hard. It's the weirdest feeling, the worst feeling, the helplessness, the hopelessness. And I don't really know what to do, how to feel. I totally know that my life will never be the same again, which is a really hard pill to swallow, because whichever way this goes, it won't be with my lovely husband. All the plans that we had, I know I will get through this, and I really have felt everybody's love and prayer. So many people around the world. My son now arrives home on Monday. He's cut his holiday short. One, in the eventuality that it's the worst case scenario, and Mason needs to say his goodbyes. And 2, because I just think I really need him now. And I need everybody around me to kind of hold me up. Yeah, Susan helped me make a lot of sense of things. Like I said, she'd been through this only 3 years ago with Harry's dad, her own husband. So it was actually quite good to get some clarity over some things in my head that have been bouncing around, and I've not been able to really vocalise it, but I can vocalise it to her, and she understands. Not only she understands, she loves Howard. So whilst I thought I was going to be able to leave her here and you know, because she was here with him and I'd be able to go home, that's changed. That's not the case. From what I saw with Howard having the high temperature 2 nights ago, I'm not going anywhere now in case they need me quickly. I say need me quickly, it's me that wants to be here with him. I think I should. I love him, and that's what you do when you make your vows, isn't it? You promise to be there right to the end, as hard as it is. I'm still praying and hoping for a miracle. I'm still hoping that they'll come back today and say, no, we were completely wrong. There's nothing wrong with his brain. He's just having a sleep. He just needs a bit of a rest. But that's my miracle. That's my hope, and that's all I can do, because if you haven't got any hope, you haven't got anything, right? And like I said, people are praying for him and sending all of their love and warmth. I feel that in here constantly. I know people are willing him to be okay, and so am I. But we can only wait and see what today brings. And I'll say it again, I'm not going to post this now until later. I think this will just be a video log now of my thoughts and feelings throughout this fucking awful time. I'm in the little kitchen bit of our relatives' room. So you've got the bedrooms there, which are really nice. It's a bathroom. It's just been, I keep saying to all of the doctors, to be able to have this space to come back to, you know, if I can't sleep, I get up and I go and see Howie. Like just now, he's very peaceful at the moment. He seems like he's sleeping. Howie's work colleagues sent me, they sent me their well wishes yesterday in an email and asked me to read it out to him, which I will do today. I haven't been able to through the night, but I will do today. I'll sort myself out. Daytime comes and I'll just, you know, I don't know, maybe I draw a bit of strength from it, but in the darkness of the night, these are my worst times, when you can't sleep. You can't do anything. You can't sleep, you can't eat, you can't drink. You're just like in this really weird limbo land I don't want to be in. I just all that keeps going through my mind is, this is a really cruel, horrible roller coaster ride and I want to get off now. But I'm scared of what that means, so anyway guys, I'll leave you with my snotty nose. And I will post this probably sometime in the future, and maybe I can look back on it and, I don't know, just remember, I guess. I'll never forget any of this.